Dr. Stone, Thurman.
So,
Okay,
as you can tell,
let's just start with the best scene in the entire fucking chapter, and that's when blonde boy, say his name, something with a G. I ain't even gonna try.
Ginru?
Sure, that guy. His entire fucking thing. I was dying. Okay, like so. It like triple fakes you, right? So it's like, all right, you see him dive, and I'm like, oh my god, he's having like an Usopp moment, like from Water 7, where you're like, wait, I want to come, right? But then it's revealed, like, no, like it's a genius. He's like, listen, I know they can't hear me, and I know I can't catch up to this ship, so. Best of both worlds. They think I'm brave. I get, but I don't actually have to go. I get to be safe, but also be thought of as brave. And then when I get back to the island, all the bitches will be on this dick. I love it. But then you get the triple fake, which is that they Taiju and his just ungodly speed just fucking grabs him, and now he has to come on this trip, which is hilarious. Just that was a glorious scene. That shit killed
bro.
me.
This Ginro, bro. I was like, oh my god, that's just so fucking hilarious too. And the best part about it is them, all of them, just like dancing around him. Like,
yeah, they're like, yay, he's here.
bro.
And then all the people are like, wow, I really misjudged you. You're such a good guy.
Bro, I'm like, damn, they hate this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, like, like, wow, I thought you were the scum of the earth, but I guess you're better. I mean, remember, he was the one that was like every fucking opportunity. He was the one that was like X-ray goggles. Can I look at the Vajurgers and the Burbrils?
He's the perv.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
Oh
That
boy.
No, I mean he's like the Mineta of this series, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he needs more. I mean, he had his moments in the past. So, I'm not going to say he's dislikable. He's just not very interesting to me as a character, honestly.
Agreed. For now. He's probably going to have a moment.
He hasn't really. I really liked the him going to the gas moment. That was like a good moment. Like that was actually, it's fun fact actually. That's actually one of the moments that I actually liked the old man too. The old man's speech about being a coward. That shit fucking was deep.
Agreed. So yeah, a lot to talk about this chapter. Let's talk about the fact that I was a little disappointed as someone who likes to hate on Taiju that they did end up taking Taiju. I was a little sad.
So, just like I said in our Discord, join the Discord, by the way. Wink,
oh,
wink.
yeah, join the Discord. It's in our banner.
Shameless advertisement. Anyway.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, people are in there. You can fucking interact and shit, as you do on a Discord. We'll talk in there as well.
So, one thing I was saying in Discord is that the people that they took made sense, right? Because the people that they took are the people who have been, I would say, have been given the most screen time as the series progressed.
It makes sense for a story reason as well as a writing reason, right? Because, it makes sense that they'd, need power team to steer the sail. It makes sense that they'd have a smarts team. It makes, totally.
Because, everyone they've taken is everyone that has had some sort of important screen time. Even, they still left some people behind that had important screen time, like the girl who was sick and the photograph girl and two other people, whatever. But, you have, obviously the 5 generals, you have the 2 Genru who fought Magma, Taiju was, Senku's best friend at the beginning, Yuzuriha, then you have, fucking Yukio, who was important, Kohaku, who was all important. It's basically they took the people that have been well known or important from the series day one, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense who they used, because even Genro being in this kind of makes sense, because he was one of the him and the fucking guy with the glasses were 2 of the guys that fucking Senku met, and they were guarding the bridge.
Yeah. OGs, honestly. And I like. Now here's something I do want to say. Keeping in the Controlled Chaos tradition of comparing Dr. Stone to Promised Neverland and talking about why Dr. Stone does everything that Promised Neverland just doesn't. Look at the genius writing that's happening here. How he is thinning his cast, just like Promised Neverland should have did. And how? By basically taking all the characters you care about, putting them on a boat, and following them, and leaving all these other characters that would have cluttered it back on the island. And this is continuing, or even with the fact that, like, even with all these or all the other characters, this author never even had that issue. But even still, he even knows, okay, time to narrow down, focus in on a certain group of characters, the best characters, the ones that, really mean something to the story. That's awesome. This is what should have happened after the first arc of Promised Neverland. You should have had, basically, I think you should have had most of the kids die with, like, maybe, like, 5 of them escaping max. So that's a good story writing. Like, that's just good. It's good to not have too big of a cast. Because, I mean, Oda talks about how following all of the Straw Hats is increasingly harder and harder and harder, and that's why pacing has gotten all fucked post-time skip. So, yeah.
Because it's funny because, just like I said in the Discord, wink, wink.
Oh my God, just relax.
I had to control chaos.
David's just gonna be like, "Why is there 700 people in the Discord?"
Because I said this, I was like, what he could do is a two-parter, right? He can have multiple transitions. He's gonna focus on people on the boat, but then also go back. Part 2, go back to the village and focus on them. Like,
I want you to know, this is what we talked about over and over and over again in the Promised Neverland reviews. David and I were like, man, it would be really nice if we had, like, 2... Okay, look... Fuck, now I want to rant about Promised Neverland. God damn it. Okay, 20-second or less rant about Promised Neverland. Okay, in Promised Neverland, you have the part where they all travel to the base, and then they stay in that base, and then a small group with the adult guy goes to Goldie Pond. Okay, all of a sudden, that's good. You have a small group, you left the main people at the base, you can switch back and forth perspectives if you want to. But then, for no fucking reason, they choose to add an entirely new cast of kids with the Goldie Pond kids that add nothing to the fucking series, and just add more useless fucking characters that mean nothing. All right.
Because, and it brings us back to Dr. Stone discussion. There's no difference between the Promised Sugarland and Dr. Goat.
Bruh,
is that's
high-key cringe. You gotta relax.
Nope, I'm keeping it in. When Dr. Goat...
That's not your choice. I'm the editor.
Now, when I learned editing through YouTube...
Yeah. Was this the same guy that wanted to learn animation 3 years ago?
I'm still learning it.
Oh, yeah? What have you done?
Work.
Animate me a big floppy cock by next Monday. Thank you.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, I got you. That's his specialty. He's seen plenty in this day.
Oh, yeah. And multiple fights. Anyway, the reason why Dr. Goat is better than Promised Neverland with that is that every time they add a new character, that new character isn't dead weight. We add a fucking butler. The butler already has a personality.
Within the first fucking chapter, you love him.
Yeah, that butler has a personality. The butler has a purpose. That butler does something good. Ryutsu, the man is a fucking sailor. He's proven his worth. When he's introduced, he's known something. We know his personality.
Every character has a reason to be there. And then the characters that don't, like we saw a couple of like the caveman looking fuckers that worked for Tsukasa, notice that they weren't shown. They're never really doing anything. You don't need to remember them, right? You don't need to feel for them. So they're barely ever shown. Like I forgot they were even there. And I was like, oh, the problem with Promised Neverland is you had basically every shot. It was like, oh, there's Emma, Ray, Gilda, and then just like 30 nameless kids. And then the problem is it'd be like, who are they? Like, what are they here for? They didn't have a narrative purpose. They were just there to make it look like more people were there.
And then my favorite part is the last thing I'll say about it is one of them gets hurt. And it's like, oh, hey, no-name child.
Oh, yeah. Whenever...
we don't know who they is.
It's like, yeah. It's always like, oh, no, not this name. And then I go to the wiki, like, when was this person named? Like, oh, okay, they were named 50 chapters ago, and they were shown in, like, 3 panels. Oh, I'm so sad.
Bro, this is like, you have to be like a JoJo level fan to keep up with Promised Neverland characters. Anyway, back to
Productions.
That will be a separate video entirely.
Do you want to do a video where we just call out Yonko Productions and hope he notices?
Oh, I'm so down. We should definitely Dr. Stone's Promised Neverland, which is better. Yeah, we should have Promised Neverland.
The title of that video is going to be, it's going to be Dr. Stone succeeds where Promised Neverland fails.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy. Look forward to that. But let's talk about here. What do you want to talk about?
So I love the design of the boat, by the way. I don't know if I stated this in the previous chapters, but like just looking at the fucking boat itself, like, and they named it to Perseus.
Yes,
Perseus,
that was cool. So they named let's not even try to pronounce that. We are idiots. But I love what they do with that, where it's like, oh yeah, it was the person that defeated the Medusa, who was a creature that turned people into stone. So that's awesome, metaphorical, love it.
Yeah. So if any of you are into Greek mythology, a little breather. Perseus was the son of Zeus, who was tasked to kill Medusa, a woman who was.
Do you know this for sure? Because if you start spouting off some facts and they're not for sure accurate, you're gonna.
It's facts. I'm giving you the summary.
Now that we have more subscribers, Thurman, you can't just spout shit off. Like,
you can fact check me in the fucking comments too,
bro. They will take that up. They'll be like, idiot.
Medusa was. I don't remember if she was sexually assaulted, but Poseidon came down, fucked her, and then Zeus got pissed.
There's a lot of fucking going on, yeah.
Zeus got pissed and then turned her. Either Zeus or some goddess in Olympus got pissed and turned into a snake lady that can turn people to stone. Either way, wasn't Medusa's fault that she was sexually assaulted by a god.
Thank you for tuning into this segment of Thurman horribly reads Greek mythology.
Point being is that I love the name.
There was like some guy and he like fucked this snake bitch. I don't know. It's great.
Point being, I love what they did with the fucking name because I like mythology.
It's symbolism, and I do love me some symbolism.
And it's just like, bro, they're going to destroy their version of Medusa. I love it.
I do love it. So yeah, we have basically all the good characters. Like you have Yuzuriha, who's really good at sewing, like ungodly good at sewing for the sails. I love that part. She's like, I feel like it was a stretch to bring her. Even she knows. She's like, I'm an engineer, and he's like, for the sails. Like, no, they just wanted another attractive woman. Let's be honest. I mean, it's a long boat ride. It's a long boat ride, Thurman.
You already know why Senku wants her there. You already know why.
I still don't think Senku's into sex. He's too preoccupied with science.
Nah, bro, he's going to prove to Taiju once and for all that he's stealing his girl. This is the final nail in the coffin.
Yo, that is his girl. Bro, NTR on a ship. Has there ever been a hentai NTR on a ship? I bet you there has. Actually, yeah. There's plenty of One Piece hentai where they're like Robin and Nami are like other. Okay, you notice how every One Piece hentai involves Robin and Nami getting kidnapped by other pirates and then fucked? Just saying. It does.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing.
I like how you paused to think about that.
I mean, technically, if we want to be realistic, that makes sense because it actually happened with pirates back in the day. It's fucked up.
Into that.
It's fucked up. Let me reiterate, it's fucked up, but that's realistic.
and as we all know, we love our hentai to be realistic, of course. That's great. Let's see here. By the way, I just want to also, again, I'm loving the pattern of basically every time Kohaku is shown from behind, her foot is always in perfect vagina blocking position. Like you notice this, right? Like, I just have a theory she's wearing absolutely jack shit nothing underneath that. And
I mean, this is the old world, bro. Until recently, they thought it was fucking weird to see like their faces in mirrors.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, right? Part of me wants to be a perv. Then the realistic part of me remembers, oh my god, she probably smells very badly. Like, really badly.
They all smell badly.
I'm sorry, I can't get horny with bad smells happening, bro.
That shit is funny. So, one thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just fucking visualized in my head. You know that like classic like thing where like a pimp throws like a towel at someone, like clean yourself up, bitch. I like to imagine. I like to imagine Senku invents soap, tosses the soap to her. Clean yourself up, bitch.
Clean yourself with the power of science.
Power of soap. Clean up that nasty pussy. That shit smell. It's taking up the whole village.
Wait a minute. I'm dead.
Oh no! Is that too far? Did I go too far?
We have watched those 1K subscribers who drop after this video.
I might do a warning, like cringe warning.
Bro, this, hey, listen, this is what Control Chaos is all about. You already knew it when when you saw the
You
video.
better watch the channel. Did you subscribe without watching the channel trailer? That was your fault.
That's your fault. We're not cheating. Anyway.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay. Now Magma comes, which is interesting. Now, because he seems so much like a background character, but he does have a lot of presence. I don't know. What do you think was gonna happen with Magma? He's interesting.
He's actually gained some great character development on his
True.
own. So I'm curious to see, bro. I'm just waiting for him and Yo to become best friends, bro. I'm waiting for it. They have that vibe.
Oh, the cop dude. Yeah, because they keep fighting, right?
Yeah. So I think that he's gonna get some type of development, right? Because he's not really planning to kill Senku anymore, which is good. So it depends on the type of development the author is gonna try to give him. I don't know what type of development you could give him, but I would hoping it would be something good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gone down a good path. I'll be curious to see where he goes with him. It's an interesting choice to bring him for sure.
Yeah, his minion's not there with him either, so that'll be interesting.
Yes, agreed.
So they brought the prisoners.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. That shit's hilarious. Honestly, like, that's just gonna be a problem. You know it is. Like, they're gonna fucking hit a rock a little too hard, and it's just gonna knock that jail cell over. I swear to God.
Because it's so funny too, bro. I could see it because a lot of because they're gonna be riding on a boat for how many hours, how many days? There's gonna be a lot of things going on, right? They could talk about how maybe some of the people on the boat have some type of like sickness, or because some people who ride on boats because they have low, like, they're what's that thing called when you're scared of enclosed spaces?
Claustrophobia?
Yeah, claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Like, some people can have that. Some people, like, it's interesting because keep in mind that this is the first time that majority of the people in the stone world have ridden on a boat, something like this, and they're going to see is completely different than walking on land, right? The ocean waves, the fucking.
That's true. We should have a lot of seasickness and just stuff. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how the author plays off of this, because some people when they're on this type of stuff go crazy as fuck, and so like. It's like it could be like that, and they accidentally fucking go crazy and fucking.
Oh yeah, I like that idea. Like basically just stir crazy from being on a boat for so long. That's totally possible. I mean, I can see multiple scenarios.
Yeah, because shit.
Hold on. So I can see a lot of scenarios, right? So like I can see the scenario you just said. I also I like how they kind of mention them as like, you guys can be our trump card, right? Like, some crazy thing that they can't fight off comes out, like, okay, we got to let them out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can see that as well.
It'll be symbolism to how Tsukasa was brought out too. Because
yeah.
Back at the beginning of the series, Taiju was like, "Bro, we can't release this dude. He's fucking dangerous." But Senku's like, "Okay, we'll take that risk." And he fucked him.
Did Taiju make the right decision?
I believe it was Taiju. Don't quote me on that. But because someone said that it's not a good idea because.
Oh yeah.
So I believe because Senku back then was still Senku. So
Senku back then was like, that was pre-Village arc Senku, where he was kind of an asshole.
So like he was probably like, I think Taiju was like, "Are you sure, Senku?" And then Senku was like, "We have no choice. It's a risk we're willing to take."
Can we just talk about how Senku literally became like douchey prick smart to like, I want to be his friend, Neil deGrasse Tyson, this motherfucker's awesome smart within like 20 chapters?
You can always respect an author who can change their character.
Yeah, because I remember thinking Senku was like a smug prick cunt in the first couple chapters. And I was like, smug prick cunt, absolutely.
Put that in the box.
And now he's like the purest, precious, smart boy, and I want to hug him and be his friend forever. So yeah. Final thoughts, Thurman.
That's what happens when the author makes
you know how to write characters. Absolutely.
Nah, that's what happens. The author literally you go from supporting to main.
Yo, that's right, motherfucker. He had to give himself some three. I want to talk to this author so bad. I want to be honest.
Yeah.
When did you decide to, switch over to Senku as the main character?
Bro, I really wish he had like a fucking questionnaire. I was like, did you ever decide? Why did you just like? Who was the main character from the get-go, Senku or Taiju?
Yeah, don't fucking pretend. We know.
Bro,
I love that because he went from the stereotypical like stupid main character and then just was like, nah, like we're gonna go like Code Geass level, like we got a smart ass motherfucker as a main character. So rare that you see that these days. Like even even the smarter main characters like Deku, he's smart. He's not Senku smart. You know what I mean? Like you don't see like this many smart characters. Like I can only think of Death Note, Code Geass, and this that has like characters this smart as main characters.
I could think of some. It'll just take me a while.
Yeah, well, anyway, final thoughts for you.
Oh nah, man, just a great chapter. 10 out of 10. Would read again.
And it's chapter 100. We've hit a milestone, friends.
When I buy the manga volumes.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
So I'm really like just reiterating. I'm really liking what they're doing with separating the two teams. I think he's gonna open up lots and lots of possibilities with this, and hopefully, and you never know. We may see some depths on this trip. You never know.
I expect it eventually, man. Like I'm very curious to see where it's gonna go from here. Like I love this series, and I want to see it evolve. Like stick to its roots but keep evolving and changing and like kind of always exceeding our expectations, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. And also just so 30 years down the line when someone brings up this fucking video and says, wow, you made a really fucked up pussy smelling comment, I can say, well, in the same video I said I was joking multiple times, so here it is 30 years in the future, person that's saying that I was rude. I was joking, I just like being funny. So there it is. It's in the video.
You live in an age to where people love going and looking up shit that people said in their past.
Oh, yeah, totally. Listen, man, I thought about getting into politics for a long time, and now I just can't. I'll never be able to. It's sad, but worth it because we just hit 1,000 subscribers. So I feel like we can get
that. I love that. That was a fucking anime cartoon, but
I'm glad you can tell because I also did like a fucking hand movement. Like I did one of those like Reagan from Mob Psycho, like, but, and then
So, petty person who will try to ruin our name by going back to these old videos just to drag our name through the mug. Fuck you. We do this. We said it. We joke. We're joking. Let me reiterate. We're kidding. We're joking. We don't mean 90% of the shit that we say unless we say we mean it. Take a joke.
There's two chunks to our videos. It's like the shit posty we have this beautiful chemistry that makes these videos great, in my opinion, right? And it's Thurman and I are always trying to make each other laugh because we're genuine best friends and we love it, right? And then we go from that to genuinely analyzing things back to shit posting. I love it. I love it so much. And that's how I knew this channel was gonna go places, because when we first started doing these videos, I was like, I would watch this shit. In fact, I do. It's very, very, it's got a fun vibe, and I love it. So, if you can't take a joke, realize it's a fucking joke. So, yeah. And with that.
If you can't
and by the way, that's mostly for people, our fans are actually pretty chill. That's just for the maybe down the road possibility that I get slandered by this, because who knows, the world's a crazy place, and I'm nervous about it. But it was funny enough that I want to keep it.
And with that,